We don't want to see any domestic violence on any level, caller, but we appreciate you bringing that up about the child support and about all the things that go on throughout the course of a domestic relationship. Miss Portia is our guest on the McGraw Report. We're talking about domestic violence here on the show today. And she's just giving us a fresh perspective. You know, a lot of times y'all don't want to hear from me. Y'all want to hear from the pros. So I'll call the pros in. Give her a call, 312-738-1060. We got another caller on the line? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, hello?
Yes.
Yeah, listen. You all are talking about Mr. Rice. That's you all's talking. Mr. McGraw, I applaud you for your show tonight and the young lady. But y'all not talking about child support and y'all ain't talking about all that other stuff. So the bottom line, the man knocked the woman out. He was wrong. Let him deal with whatever he have to do. Everybody calling me and talking about they issues with their mama and their baby's mama and all that. And it's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
The man was wrong. That's the bottom line. What are they defending?
You're right. Now, I gotta let the callers call in. We have a show that's open for conversation, and some of this domestic violence is stemming into other areas. People are.
Absolutely.
It's really touching the nerves, Miss Portia. You know what I'm saying? And by you being on the show, you giving a fresh perspective. So, let's talk a little bit about the women's perspective. Now,
Yeah.
if a woman has to get away from a person. If they gotta, use a text message or anything, what should they do?
Get away. First, they have to make it in their mind that they're going to do it, and do it. Do it. Be effective. Make their yes a yes and their no a no. There has to be certain things that you just have to stand by. And once a woman gets to that point where they know that they're done, they have to really be done.
All right, Miss Portia's here on the phones now. Let's talk to him. Another caller.
Like I said earlier before, no one should hit anyone at all. But if you look at that, I'm talking about that tape, the bottom line is his fiancée then, she was the aggressor. That's the bottom line. Because in the state of New Jersey, when you even spit at somebody, hit somebody, that's assault. Okay? And like I said before, the last guy was talking about getting a whole bunch of stuff. The bottom line, forget that stuff. You're talking about a man should never hit a woman. Like I said, no one should hit anybody. If you're going to put yourself in that situation and you get decked out, that's what you get. Like you said, you poke the bear in the eye.
Well, caller, I don't want to condone that violence. I really don't. I mean, we laughing and we making a little light of it, but this is a very serious situation. I mean, first of all, she may have, sustained physical as well as psychological damage from this incident.
Yes.
I mean, when I looked at the tape, not only did he hit her and knocked her out, but he drug her out of the elevator, laid her on the ground like a piece of meat.
Kicked her a little bit, making sure she was out of the way.
And then, when the security guards came, he tried to cover it up a little bit by saying she was drunk and don't call the cops and all that kind of stuff. So it's almost a premeditated act at that point. And I just don't condone that kind of behavior. I don't care who it is and what the situation is. You got to have some self-control. And Ray Rice is a big-time, stocky football player. He had the advantage from the word go.
Yes.
And not to mention he's supposed to love this woman. So if she marries him and they get into an abusive marriage and then she ends up getting killed, all this conversation about giving him a break, it ain't going to be too funny then.
Right.
We got another caller. Caller, go ahead.
You know what, Mr. McGraw? I don't think I ever called no show this much as I have in my lifetime. I enjoy this. I enjoy this topic. But listen, we have said a lot of things today, but let's go on another perspective because of the young lady on your show with you. I wonder how her father, her mother, her brother, her sister, or friends, how they felt. We had never thought about that. Okay, but again, this has been one hell of a good show today.
Thank you so much, caller. And that's another perspective. Domestic violence has another repercussion. There's other people involved.
Absolutely.
Kids are involved, parents are involved, relatives are involved. It's not just you hitting that person and it's over with. One more caller? All right. Callers, go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, you know what? And here's the kicker, okay? Nobody talked about this. This guy, this was not his first time on the elevator. These ain't Otis elevators from the projects. They got cameras. He knew this. So he was like, I'm fixing to knock her out because I'm Mr. Rice. And I make millions of dollars and I can get away with it.
True. Good perspective.
He definitely tried to cover it up. That is the truth. And you know what? The crime and the punishment is starting to add up a little bit. I think the verdict is in. I think Miss Portia then brought it to light. Violence, domestic violence, it has no place.
It has no place. Period. And no matter how many times we can say, yeah, the woman, she could have been the aggressor. In this world, people are going to do what they're going to do. It's up to you to control yourself. So that woman, she can get her punishment, and clearly she got way more than the punishment that she needed in that situation. But he is getting what he deserved, and who knows how far this has gone. He did that very comfortably. That could have happened before. And clearly the woman is under some serious mental conditioning for her to go forth with a statement. That man has got her trapped. This is not okay what's going on, and it's not okay to even paint that picture to make it seem like at any point should a man just knock a woman clean out. No, a woman should never ever have to go through that. You should exercise restraints, being that you are the more powerful one, the stronger one in the situation. You don't use all of your strength on a little teeny situation. It's not necessary.
And I'm really afraid now because, you know, they cut the money off. They married now. They in the household together under all that stress. This is a formula for disaster for that woman.
Oh, yes.
She's in a situation where she could seriously be put in a volatile position with that man. You know, when the cameras are off and the lights go out, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And I really hope that somebody talks to her about her options because she's really in a dangerous situation with Ray Rice being there. We got another caller? Caller, go ahead.
Mr. McGraw and Portia, I want to comment you on your shop, your beautification. You're a beautiful woman. You have a solid brain. I love your actions today. You have a brain that most young women need to follow your advice.
Oh, thanks.
Mr. McGraw, you're doing a great job. You may not know who I am, but I know who you are.
Oh,
God is really good to both of you.
I believe
But
I know
one
who that
thing,
is.
let me tell you about this situation. The woman has been hit so many times, her brain has been jarred. She doesn't know if she's right or wrong. So we have sympathy on her because of the way she acted. She's trying to uphold him and what he's doing and say that it's okay. But it isn't okay for a man to hit a woman or a woman to hit a man. Keep your hands to yourself and your feet where God gave them, because the consequences is not easy, and it's not. He's not going to ever be able to live this down. No matter what job he gets, he will never be able to live it down. And she needs to get her act together. She needs some psychology.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that caller. I think I know who you are, and we love you for that call. Thank you so much for calling in.
You.
It's been a hot show. The light is blinking. I don't think I could take any more calls, Miss Portia. You really have done a great job. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. We're going to have her back. And we want to thank you, Chicago, for calling in to the McGraw Report today. It's been a very interesting conversation. And I think you guys have made some valid points about domestic violence as a whole. For those of you who are still on hold, we have to cut the calls off because we have another show coming on right after us and we really got to go. But I do appreciate you tuning in to the McGraw Report. Tune in next week where we'll have another exciting guest like Miss Portia.
All right.
All right. My name is Harry McGraw. This is my daughter, Portia McGraw. And we will not have no domestic violence
You
up in
better
here.
know it.
Okay? You have a great day, Chicago, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.